We are presently living in a world where life seems impossible without mobile applications. Hence, being a business owner or entrepreneur who wants to launch their business online or increase sales, get more customers, and boost their overall business, mobile apps have been proven one-stop solution for every business success. However, for someone who is not from tech background, the first question that strikes your mind is, what is the cost to design a mobile application? Hi guys, I'm Ananya and welcome back to our channel. As promised, we are back with more videos, and in today's videos, I'm going to discuss how much time and cost does it take to build an application. Before beginning, if you have an amazing app idea in your mind and need any professional help or a free consultation from top app developers around the world, check the link in the description below. So let's begin. The first thing which I would like to address is, what is the total cost that requires to build an application? Just like each mind interprets the world differently, each application has unique requirements and cost variance accordingly. So it's really hard to provide a direct answer to an exact cost that you will be charged to design a mobile application. Whereas when you intend to build an application from scratch, the lowest price can start from $5,000 and range up to $5 lakh and more with giant apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, etc. My dear friends, it isn't really possible to provide you with one quotation without knowing your requirement and the type of application you want to build. The first thing you need to know are the major components of a mobile app development process. For that, we have uploaded a video titled as the 3Ds of app development. Do check out for a detailed information. And coming back to the present video where we are discussing the cost it charges to develop an app, that depends upon various variants like development rate, project complexity, and most important, the total time it takes to make an application. So let's start with who all will be a part of mobile application development team. Apart from the coders and developers, the team will comprise of, first is the business analyst and project manager, who will create a project backlog along with tasks. Second is the solution architect, who will design the overall architect of the project's back-end component. Third is the quality assurance managers, who will create the checklist of the project facilities to ensure the functionality works error-free. And fourth and the final are the designers, who will work on the project layout, prototype creation, and complete UI and UX designing. To keep it simple, the cost of making an app can be calculated through this formula. And for this purpose, you definitely have to consult an expert who can tell you the exact time it will take to build application. And then you can simply multiply it per hour development rate. Further explaining you this with an example, just imagine you want to develop a simple food ordering or a delivery app. Let's say you want to make a simple application of food and delivery services. The team you will be working will comprise of mobile app developers, back-end developers, front-end developers, QA specialists, and project managers. Now let's say that they all are hired at a standard cost of $20 per hour, and the number of hours taken by mobile app developers and back-end developer is 150 hours each. The front-end and the QA specialist takes 120 hours each, and project manager takes 40 hours. So your cost would be totaling to $11,600. Moving forward, now let's talk about the factors that will determine the cost of app, so stay tuned till the end. First comes the app platform. So first thing you need to be sure about is what type of app you need for your business. Amongst native app, hybrid app, database driven app, the basic facility app, hardware dependent app, or a mobile gaming app. To explain about these platforms and time required to build such application in detail, we'll shortly come up with a detailed video soon. To get your queries resolved right now, check out the link in the description below. And if you need more clarity, you can check out a video on what is the future of app development. And if you need more clarity on how an app can benefit your business, do check out a video on what is the future of mobile app development. Moving ahead, the second thing is number of features and complexity. The number of features you want to add on your app would play the most important role to determine the cost of your application. Let's say you want to add an inbuilt GPS navigation features or a payment gateway, or want the user to log in or sign up using their phone, email, etc. to the application. In this case, you will be charged the basic of total hours taken to implement that feature multiplied by per hour development charges of the company. Second, the cost varies according to the complexities of the features. In some of the cases, adding a single feature can take more than adding 10 features. For example, the algorithm of a dating app that matches one another and also sends suggestions of new matches every day is a quite complex feature and consume many development hours and obviously dollars at the same time. The next factor is app maintenance and support. App maintenance is equally important to building and launching your application to the users. The reason being, app maintenance ensures compatibility with evolving operation systems and devices. Modifying and upgrading UI and UX, upgrading the functionalities and addition of new features. The average cost of maintaining an application can vary from $400 to $900 each year. It can differ as per the market location, type of technology and complexity of the upgrade. The next important point that comes is app development partner. From the point above, it's very clear that the cost of the app is directly dependent upon the development hour and the scope of the work. But let me tell you what exactly affects the hourly rates of development. Number one is your location. App development companies in the US can charge anywhere around $150 to $200 per hour. And in European countries, you can hire app developers at the rate of $80 to $100 per hour. In Australia, you can find developers from $120 to $150 per hour. And in Asian countries like India, you can hire an app development country from $30 to $60 per hour. Number two is team strength and experience. How big the app development team is and how much experience the app developer has. How many apps the company has already built, all such factors can determine the cost of your application. And in case you are confused between whether to hire a freelancer or go for an app development company, at the end, I would recommend you to jot down all the requirements you have and consult an expert. For the same, you can book free consultation with our C-level industry experts in the link given in the description below.